couple of questions for you. On September the 9th, 2022, the VA published an interim final rule titled Reproductive Health Services to immediately amend its regulations to remove the exclusions on abortion and abortion counseling. As you well know, I was deeply disturbed by that. I was proud to co-sponsor a resolution of disapproval being led by Congressman Cloud and Chairman Bost. This rule is in clear violation of Section 106 of the Veterans Health Care Act of 1992, which restricts abortions. The administration's explicit decision to violate the law is a slap in the face to Congress and the separation of powers. Specifically, the rule would direct the VA to provide abortions when health of the mother would be endangered. This rule also directs the VA to provide abortion counseling. While you and I may disagree on this issue, the taxpayers deserve to know how their dollars are being spent. With that being said, how many abortions has the VA provided since September of 2022?
So, Congressman, I appreciate the question. It is actually a number that is small enough to possibly allow for triangulation and identification of veterans and clinicians involved. So I think in this public forum, it would be quite risky to communicate that information, but we're happy to work with you. And of course, the chairman's letter response will be important in getting feedback back to this committee.
We certainly want to make sure that we do get that information. How many dollars has the VA spent providing abortions since 2022?
What I can say, Congressman, is that we projected in the impact analysis of the interim final rule that we're talking about less than 1,000 veterans per year based on how we restricted the ultimate abortion service latitude in cases of the life of the veteran, the health of the veteran, rape, and incest. And it was really the impetus was around veteran safety in the wake of the Supreme Court decision that no longer made abortion a constitutional.
Dr. Ellenhall, I understand our differences of opinion and what may or may not happen and the definition that which provides for this to be allowable. What is the dollar amount spent providing these abortions?
So all of that is to say that the number of veterans is quite small, and so the dollar amount is, compared to, of course, our total appropriation, very small number.
So I see you won't answer the first two questions. How many veterans have received abortion counseling since September of 2022? Can we answer that one?
For the same reasons I mentioned before, Congressman, with all due respect, I think we'd have to look at the implications of veteran safety before communicating that in a public forum.
Okay, well, we will look forward to getting that information in a more private setting. Even more egregious, there are no conscious protections for VA medical staff. A VA nurse practitioner, Army veteran Stephanie Carter, asked the VA for religious accommodations, but allegedly was told by the department that there is no process that exists to review such requests. The department says that it does allow employees to opt out of providing certain services based on their religious beliefs. Yes or no? Can the VA medical employee opt out of providing abortions or abortion care?
Yes, Congressman. In fact, we've made that policy clear very shortly after the release of the interim final rule through an all-employee message. And as of earlier this year, we put out specific, clear guidance on how staff and physicians alike can opt out of doing this, these types of services. We want to respect points of view on this and personal values and religious beliefs. That is a core principle that we are following.
Thank you. I would like to see that actually placed into the rule to avoid any confusion, if we could make sure that that happens as we go forward. I want to jump to another subject real quick. I'm glad to see literally everyone here in the room today with no facial coverings. We can actually see what you look like. I wrote the VA a letter last week regarding a veteran who contacted my office in regards to being denied service at a Montana VA clinic for refusing to wear a mask.